Welcome to the Tool Review channel. Today we're taking a look at the Victor 282HG-200 8-inch needle nose pliers. Now these are a made in Japan tool. As you can see right there, you have the made in Japan laser etched onto the surface. Now generally with tools that are made in Japan, the quality and finish on them is comparable to high-end tools made in America and the German tools as well. So as you can see right here, you have the Victor name laser etched onto the surface. You have your model number right there as well. And I believe you have a manufacturing code right there. And then obviously you're made in Japan right there. And you can see you got a nice, you can hardly see the rivet right there. You can kind of see it because it did have to oil these up a little bit. They were a little bit stiff when I got them, but you can almost not see the rivet whatsoever. Which is super nice. And you got your cutting edge right there, which is nice as well. And then you have your long needle nose part of the plier. And then on the nose of the plier, you can see you have some nice teeth, which are super grippy and nice and aggressive bite to them. So if you needed to pull on something or bend some wire, you should be able to do that without any hesitation or any problem, without having to worry about them losing grip whatsoever. And then as you can see right here, you have your white and blue handles with the Victor name on both sides of the handle, which is nice. The only problem I see with white handles on tool is they're going to get dirty, and they're probably not going to stay white for long. No matter how many times you clean them, dirt's just always going to find a way to stay in the material. It's the only downside I see with white handles on a tool, but other than that, they are super comfortable handles, which is nice. It's like a soft rubberized material, which is nice. Definitely feels great rather than just a standard dipped pair of pliers. Definitely feels comfortable in your hands, so if you are using them for an extended period of time, definitely not going to have to worry about hand fatigue. And then coming to the end of the pliers, you can see you have two holes there, so if you needed to tether off this tool, if you're working at a height, you can do that no problem. And the plastic definitely doesn't bend too easily, or the grips don't bend too easily, so I don't think you're really going to have to worry about that breaking off if you drop it, or if you pull on it, or the rope or whatever you use to tether off your tool rubs up against it. Probably not something you're gonna have to worry about for breaking in the long run anytime soon. So now we're going to get to some of the functionality of this tool. We're going to see what this tool can and can't do. So we're going to we're going to bring in some solid wire right here, and as you can see, you are able to use those grips on there to make a nice loop with that wire, and you're able to cut that wire no problem. I believe this is 14 gauge solid wire. Obviously it has no insulation on it, so we're going to bring in some 14 gauge solid wire right here, and we're going to see how well these cutters can perform. And as you can see right there, it cuts through that 14 gauge stranded wire no problem whatsoever. So go ahead and put that off to the side, and we will bring in, I believe this is 14 gauge solid wire as well with the insulation. And as you can see right there, it has no problem cutting that 14 gauge solid wire, no problem. So now we'll bring in some 12 gauge solid wire, and we'll see how well we can cut through that. And as you can see, these cutters are super sharp, and they have no problem going through that 12 gauge solid wire. Now we're going to bring in something a little bit smaller. We're going to bring in some 18 gauge solid wire and see if we can cut through this. And as you can see, we were able to cut through that wire no problem. Now if you were working with like a thermostat, this is basically what I use this for, is thermostat wire for wiring up thermostats. If you needed to bend it to get into the thermostat, into that little wiring block, you could definitely do that no problem. Obviously you're going to have the insulation stripped off of it, but as you can see, you're able to bend it and cut that no problem. So now we're going to bring in some 12 gauge stranded wire and see if these can cut through that. Probably not something you're going to want to use these for a lot, but if you have a 12 gauge stranded wire you need to cut, as you can see right there, you are able to do that no problem whatsoever. And now last but not least, we'll bring in some 10 gauge stranded wire. We'll see how well we can cut this with these pliers, and as you can see, they have no problem whatsoever cutting through that 10 gauge stranded wire, which is nice. So overall, these are definitely a nice pair of pliers, and you can see they're a little bit oily right there. Let me just wipe that off of my hands. As you can see, they're definitely a nice high quality pair of pliers from Victor. That's generally what most of the tools made in Japan are. They're a nice high quality tool, and the price isn't outrageous on them like some of the German-made tools. And I believe that these are some of the best quality tools that you can buy, and they're comparable to the German brand tools that are out there. But the price definitely isn't as high as the German brand tools. And they're definitely, the quality on them, like I said, is definitely top notch. So overall, these are definitely a nice pair of 8-inch pliers that you can buy. Now, I believe you can only buy these off Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. I will try to find a link to them in the description below. That's where I picked these up. I picked them up off Amazon. Don't remember the price. I will try to link it down in the description below if you would like to pick yourself up a pair of these. Definitely a nice pair of needle nose pliers, and could recommend them to anyone. And that's all I really have for this review. So if you are new to the channel, and if you did enjoy this content, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, and you will be able to see more videos like this on a regular basis. And if you did enjoy this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up as well. But that's all I have for this video, so thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. That's it for this video, so thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video to be uploaded.